Today on Channel A, ASU is entering an international competition for solar energy.
Coming up, a new housing project brings luxury-style living to students and boasts the largest housing community in Watauga County.
And a student-produced documentary that led to a phone call from the President of the United States. Good evening and welcome to Channel A. I'm Amber Marshall.
And I'm Heather Stone.
This is our first show of the semester, and make sure to watch us every single week for updates of events at ASU. The rain on Wednesday led the Appalachian community to take necessary safety plans into action. Flash flooding made traveling difficult on Boone's major roadways. Plymouth Student Union stayed open overnight to keep faculty and students safe and dry in case anyone was stranded on campus. The Hospitality House on Brook Hollow Road was also open to any community members who were forced out due to flooding. By Thursday morning, most standing water was removed and the roadways were accessible.
Every year, incoming freshmen at Appalachian State are given a summer reading assignment. This year's choice is American Dervish by Ayad Akhtar. The story follows a Muslim-American boy and his struggle with identity and love. This book has received positive reviews from both the New York Times and People magazine, in addition to being printed in 17 languages. This is the first book by author Ayad Akhtar and is expected to be well received by faculty and students. Chancellor Peacock was quoted saying, "Books can open the door to a better understanding of different cultures, beliefs, and traditions." Mr. Akhtar will be the key speaker at Convocation in September.
A new movie rental system is now in the works to be installed in the Student Union. The Appalachian reports that ASU is close to closing a deal with Crockbox, which is a newly released movie rental provider. Not only will students be able to rent these new movies easily and affordably on campus, Crockbox also features an option for video game rentals. It will take 4 to 6 weeks after the contract is approved for the new kiosk to be installed. Look for Crockbox within the next couple of months and plan a few movie nights.
Appalachian State is going to international once again with the recent invitation to the Solar Decathlon Europe. Appalachian State was one of 3 U.S. schools selected for the competition in 2014. The selection process involved over 40 candidates from 23 countries and only 20 projects chosen to enter. ASU will be partnering with the University of Angers in France to present their design. Last year, Appalachian State won the People's Choice Award in the U.S. Department of Energy Solar Decathlon. The Europe Solar Decathlon team says they hope to build that victory and win this competition. Student housing is being taken to an all-new level, and the High Country Capstone Collegiate communities are working day and night to construct a resort-like property that will be unlike any student housing development in Boone. Channel A's Andrew Gibson reports.
Construction has been underway since May of last year on the cottages of Boone on Poplar Grove Road, south of Highway 105 in Boone. When complete in August of this year, it will be the largest student housing community in Watauga County. Channel A's Caitlin Rail was at the site this week of where the construction is well underway.
And as you can see, the weather has not let up. It's snowing. We've had torrential rain the past 24 hours. These workers are out here still working. They are pushing to meet a deadline on, we have people moving in August. And as you can see, not much is being done yet. People are still out here working through rain, snow, during the day, all throughout the night.
Rail sat down this week with marketing assistant Michael Baylor to discuss how the process of building their resort-like facilities got started in Boone.
What we realized was, after talking to students, was that though there are good places to live in Boone, there isn't as much, there is still a need to be met, as far as having really, really nice housing, having top-notch management and things like that. And with that is something that we hoped to provide in coming to Boone.
Baylor says the Cottages of Boone hopes to bring a better standard of living to Appalachian students.
Resort-style living, students who can live in homes that are well taken care of, well kept up, and live in that for as long as they would like, with the exact same, close to the same comparable pricing structures that you would find in a lot of those other places that students live at.
The Cottages of Boone will include 894 beds and a wide variety of amenities.
You get a workout facility with a full locker room and all those different things in it, so you can come out looking nice, and then afterwards, you know, sit in the sauna in a little bit, you know, try to sweat it out as well, and even go into the tanning beds after you do all of that. Maybe get a little bronze on. Despite
recent adverse weather conditions, Baylor insists the Cottages of Boone are still on track to open in mid-August.
We're ahead of schedule. We're on track. We're ready to be open come August 15th.
More information can be found at thecottagesofboone.com. Reporting for Channel A, I'm Andrew Gibson.
Students here at Appalachian State are known for pushing the boundaries on difficult issues. Sophomore Rob Lee did that and more with his documentary, Widening the Circle. Lee received a phone call from President Obama, bringing national attention to App State. Channel A's Michael Markowski found out more.
Appalachian State is a university that takes pride in promoting a free-thinking, progressive environment on issues such as homosexuality, despite being located here in the Bible Belt. A group of Appalachian State students decided to explore this relationship between homosexuality and acceptance in the church, and they are receiving national attention.
Originally just a class project, Rob Lee's documentary, Widening the Circle, became a more ambitious endeavor.
It took us to Washington, D.C. as we explored issues of LGBT rights in the church, what it means to be a gay person and love Jesus, and what it means to be the church and to love that gay person.
Lee thinks App State encourages this open mindset.
I really love the atmosphere here, the idea that we can think for ourselves. You know, unfortunately, in the South and some conservative towns, you're not allowed to think for yourself at a university. And Appalachian ultimately gives us the freedom to say, well, I have these questions about what's going on. Let's figure it out.
The student body-made documentary has caused a wide range of discussion.
I think this has fostered a conversation I never thought we'd be able to have. My mom has always been a little more conservative than me. But she called me after watching the video and said, "You made me think." That's what I want. I'm not trying to change everybody's mind because I know I won't be able to.
Nonetheless, this conversation caught the attention of this nation's most important figure.
One of the coolest people we've talked to and had the opportunity to speak with was the President of the United States. It was an incredible phone call to get, to be able to talk to the President about this issue, something that I've been fighting for years now. And you know, he was ultimately agreeing with us, but just the fact that we were able to talk about it, just the fact that we were able to start a conversation on a national level, it seems, it has been incredible. To be able to say, you know, this little university here in Boone, North Carolina, garnered some national attention on this issue is something that I'm incredibly proud of.
The documentary Widening the Circle can be viewed on YouTube.com. For Channel A, I'm Michael Markowski.
After all this wintry weather, Channel A wanted to know what Appalachian students do during their snow days.
And construction was finished on the Student Union's new addition. See why you'll want to check it out coming up.
And the biggest game of the year is this Sunday. Channel A's Will Long will tell you more after the break.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
With winter comes the hope of canceled class. What do students like to do on their day off? Channel A's Evan Taylor has our question of the week.
Last week, Friday classes after 12 were canceled. And since it's winter and classes may be canceled again at some point, Channel A asks, how do you spend your snow day?
one of two things usually happens. Either I get up, I wander over to my computer, I check my email, and I see, oh, classes are canceled. Usually, I immediately go back to bed and pass out. If that doesn't happen, I'll usually go eat an absolutely enormous breakfast and then go back to sleep and pass out. That's pretty much it. So, right?
Snow days, watch lots of movies, and make pancakes, or if I can get to campus, have a snowball fight on campus.
On snow days, I mostly sleep, eat like ice cream and popcorn, and lay in my pajamas. I pretty much do the exact same thing. Sometimes I'll run errands and do homework. We just built a snow woman named Frostina last week when it snowed, and I go to Apsky Mountain to go snowboarding.
What do I do on my snow day? Well, we go sledding and then come to Hawk Nest and play some pool.
Also do a lot of sleeping.
Playing snow, of course. Last night we went snowboarding. It was the first time ever. Best time. App, greatest place ever. A lot of opportunity with the snow.
I like to go mattress sledding on my snow day. It's really fun. Just grab a new mattress, blow it up, and slide down Sanford Mall.
I went sledding out on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It was really fun.
I watch a lot of Netflix. On Netflix and hang out with my friends.
Snow day, hang out with my friends, build some slopes, sled, come back, watch some movies, some hot chocolate.
I really don't like playing in the snow. It's too cold. Yeah, then I get wet.
I go hungry, so me and my sisters typically walk to Wendy's and spend a couple hours there, killing time.
I like to go walk in the woods sometimes and just walk on the trails and get to see the freshly laid snow. So pretty cool.
On a snow day, I like to curl up next to a fire with a good romance novel and my puppies.
For Channel A, I'm Evan Taylor.
This has been an absolutely crazy week for weather. Nikia, what do we have in store next week?
Thanks, Heather. For those of you who are hoping that the temperatures would get higher and that the snow would stop, I have some bad news for you. We're going to have snow today, tomorrow, Sunday, and even into the next week. If we take a look here at the map, we can see that temperatures will not reach anything higher than the mid to early or low 30s, so it's still going to be cool. Temperatures reaching almost as low as in the 15 degrees. If we take a look at the wind map, we can show you how those two will mix together and how wind chill can really affect the temperature. We have cold winds coming in from the north region right down here into the southeast, making us here in North Carolina freezing. It can almost get as low as to negative degrees here with the mixture of the temperatures of wind and the cool weather. Take a look at the severe weather map. We can give you an idea of what has been happening this past week as well as into the next week. Right here in North Carolina, we see that in Boone we've had a lot of severe flooding, and the thing is about that, the water mixing with the cool temperatures can cause freezing roads. So you want to be safe whenever you're heading out. Make sure that you're being safe traveling in this cold temperature with the freezing grounds. So my advice for you is this weekend, stay inside and try to stay as warm as you possibly can. Bundle up when you're watching the Super Bowl this weekend. Get a nice blanket, a group of friends, and some hot coffee to enjoy the day. Thank you, and to the ladies.
Coming up after the break, Will Long will tell you about the basketball game tomorrow and more about the big game Sunday.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call them.
Sherry Pearson? You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montonopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on.
Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig.
The Mountaineers men's basketball team fell to College of Charleston Wednesday night 72-59 to pick up their second loss in a row. The Apps had as much as an 8-point lead in the first half, but the Cougars fought back and cut it down to 2 at halftime. In the second half, the Mountaineers couldn't get anything going offensively. After shooting 45% in the first half, the Mountaineers only shot 22% in the second. Two of the most important Mountaineers really struggled throughout the game. Senior leader Nate Healy was held to just 5 points on 2 of 13 shooting from the field, and sophomore point guard Mike Neal went 0 for 3, finishing the game with 1 point and 6 assists. Tevin Baskin once again had an impressive performance for the Black and Gold, scoring 16 points in just 20 minutes of action due to foul trouble. College of Charleston had a huge effort from Ant Thomas, a transfer from our very own Appalachian State. Thomas did a little bit of everything for the Cougars, scoring 14 points, grabbing 7 rebounds, and blocking 3 shots. The Mountaineers are looking to right the ship and get back in the win column Saturday against Western Carolina. The two teams played earlier this season in Cullowhee, where the Catamounts knocked off the Mountaineers 70-64. Mike Neal was not available in that matchup, but he will play this time around. The Mountaineers only shot 38% in the first meeting, so look for the Mountaineers to try to improve on that number. Also, the Mountaineers left 11 points at the foul line after shooting only 17 for 28. Free throw shooting is something that has improved over the course of this season, so that can be a positive impact heading into this matchup for the Black and Gold. Tip-off between the Catamounts and the Mountaineers will be at 4:30 in the Holmes Convocation Center Saturday afternoon, following the women's game against the Elon Phoenix at 12:30. And of course, in national sports news, the biggest football game of the year takes place on Sunday, Super Bowl 47. The Ravens will take on the San Francisco 49ers in New Orleans in a game where two of the league's best defenses will battle for the Lombardi Trophy. This, of course, will be Ray Lewis's final game of his career, as he announced this was his final ride just a few weeks ago. Also, there will be an Appalachian State Mountaineer playing in the ballgame. Offensive lineman Dan Kilgore for the 49ers played at Appalachian State from 2006 to 2009. Kilgore will be the first Mountaineer to play in the Super Bowl since Matt Stevens played for the Patriots in 2002. And also something else that's worth noting is Joe Flacco, who was the quarterback for the Ravens, was the quarterback for Delaware when Appalachian State played Delaware in the 2007 National Championship.
Wow.
So maybe a little revenge game for Joe Flacco. We'll see what happens.
And so, I mean, I know I've talked to a lot of people who maybe didn't have a high interest in what was going to happen for the Super Bowl, but now we have a Mountaineer tie. That's exciting.
We do.
Yeah.
Bring the Mountaineers back home. After the break, the Student Union's addition boasts more meeting rooms and information desk. It was finally finished this January and is open to students.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Packers. Vikings. Packers. Vikings. Vikings.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live.
our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
The Plymouth Student Union was first renovated in 1995 and now for a second time in 2013. Ideas for the renovation started in 2005 and were finally accomplished this January. The 58,000 square foot addition includes study areas for students, new information desk, and additional meeting space. The Parkway Ballroom overlooks Sanford Mall and can accommodate up to 400 people. The renovation also brought many organizations together in one building. Some organizations that have been moved to the new portion of the Student Union are Appalachian and the Community Together Outreach Center, Center for Student Involvement and Leadership, and Multicultural Student Development. So have you been in that new part of the Student Union?
I actually got the chance to walk through it, and I was amazed. The information
nice.
desk is amazing.
I know, it's so
And
fancy.
it just keeps going up too. I mean, I got there and I was like, okay, first floor down, second floor, third floor, and then a little bonus, fourth floor.
Somebody
Did
was
not
saying
expect
earlier
it.
the fourth floor was like the west wing of the White House. I thought that was pretty good.
It's really nice.
Pretty accurate.
I like it a lot.
It was it's a pleasant surprise, definitely to have something new and fresh on campus again. And I mean, it's been under construction, it seems like, for so long. And I know for people who are graduating this year, it's nice to see that on campus.
Mm-hmm. I was really excited that it was finally done. So take a look at the weather. We're going to have cool temperatures again, not reaching anything higher than the 30s, unfortunately. We actually have some severe weather this last week with the flood. We have some footage of that unfortunate flood that happened, and it was terrible. Mixing in with the cold weather, absolutely horrible. The campus got shut down, the apple cart. I'm glad a lot of people were able to make it home safely. So that was really, really scary, I thought.
It was. There was a ton of flooding. But, you know, we just wanted to thank you for tuning in today and catch us next week.